Never Growing Up.
I'm Kelsey.
And John.
Oh, this is my mom. And we are back with another adventure for you all today. We are currently sat in London Victoria Coach Station, awaiting a bus to take us basically around the UK. And we're gonna have a long day full of adventures.
Yeah, it's pretty much, we've been up since 4:30 as you've seen in the little bits.
Coffee
at hand. The sun's finally come up. We're waiting on our coach to go do a little bit of sightseeing. We're going to check out 3 locations, minus here in London of course. 3 locations are Windsor Castle, Stonehenge, and Bath. The little city of Bath.
We are very excited. It's gonna be a fun day. We're gonna see a lot, do a lot. I'm still lacking my voice. So I apologize for that. Too much fun in Disneyland. It's gonna be awesome. So we'll take you guys along with us. Let's go see some of the UK.
We're in a gold bus. We're in a gold bus.
You get a lanyard. Mom's excited. She get a lanyard. Official. It's all very official.
This is the Natural History Museum. It's fabulous. If you're into dinosaurs, evolution, mammoths, all of that fun stuff, and again, free to visit.
Oof. First stop is Windsor Castle. We just got here, had a little nap on our way in. You get a little nap? I saw you.
A little nap, yeah.
Gonna have to go through some security for a bit. And then we're actually gonna get a little history. She was actually talking about history on our way here. And this was built by William the Conqueror as one of his 9 little castles that help keep his reign in check, I guess. So there's the castle there. Ooh. There's a train. Oh look! It's made of Lego. Look at his freckles. That's actually really cool. Ah, this is Lego. Look at that. That's really cool. The royal coat of arms in front of the train. Look at that! It's a castle. Tiny cobbled streets. Ooh, just got through security. They're pretty strict, similar to airport style security. Yeah, so now we're going up the road and into the castle. Look at that. That's so cool. And we get to go in there. You excited?
Yeah. Huge.
Very cool. Very huge.
Yeah.
So the original part of the castle was just that area right
And
there.
this, with the Motte and Bailey.
With the where they would actually have to climb the wall to get into that tower. So lots of, when you're fighting, you're shooting from up there, they're shooting from down here at you. Like shooting arrows, by the way. Finally getting to see a real castle.
Oh, yeah. Look at the light.
Oh wow. There's a light, there's a little crown on top of the lamp. Finally get to see a real castle. Look how well kept the grass is.
This would have all been a moat a long time ago.
I heard a rumor that the Queen's dog is roaming around here somewhere.
She's got 3 corgis,
Yeah.
and I think we might be able to get a glimpse at one of them.
Yeah, it's here somewhere. It's here somewhere. There he is. It's a corgi.
And why a royal stormtrooper?
They're here to yep, they're here to protect
Protect and serve.
Protect and
The
serve.
royal family. It really is something, isn't it?
What
Like,
is?
the scale of it. I don't think I expected it to be quite so sprawling.
Yeah.
Like I expected it to be like huge, but I didn't know it would be over such a lot of land, I don't think.
Well, it's good to know.
It is.
There's some more of the castle there. Oh, there's a beefeater over there too. Look.
Oh yeah.
See if we can actually see.
You see?
Yeah.
To the right.
Right there.
Where the
Yeah.
arches are.
See if we can find one much nearer.
Yes, we have to be very nice to them.
Yes, very nice.
So according to our guide, there have been instances of beefeaters being tormented, losing their patience and punching people.
Yeah. So it's not a rule that they can't hit back if you try and mess with them.
And
they actually
also
can.
admit that they can't talk or move.
Yeah. But we'll go see if we can find one and say hello. Oh wow, look at that view too.
Wow.
Here we go. Time to go inside. This is the door. Ooh. Well, we just got in the whole castle, pretty much the whole tour. We weren't allowed to actually photograph or film
Inside the state
inside the
apartment.
actual apartments, but it was actually cool to see the different areas of where the kings and the queens stayed, different rooms, what they meant, and there's paintings of past kings and princesses and
Tons of portraits.
and armory and weapons all over the wall. It's interesting that they've saved all these things, and it's just nice to see. I think it's good that I guess I didn't have to film everything because I got to take it in more.
Yeah.
And it's more for you guys to go here and actually check them out. But it was nice. I enjoyed that.
It was cool to see. We saw
Cool to see.
bedrooms, dressing rooms,
Yeah.
cloakrooms, like
Drawing room,
and ballrooms. Look, he's doing his little...
oh, the beefeater doing his march. Let's see. What's cool about this tour is that you're not necessarily guided, but you are directed on where to go. So there's really only one way to go. You move forward and you go through different rooms and different sections of the whole castle, and not just from the inside but from the outside as well. So you kind of start and end somewhere else, and you get to see everything. It's kind of guided without a guide. I like that because now we don't have to figure out, oh, where should we go, what should we check out, oh, why have we been here before, will we get lost. None of that really matters, and you get to see everything, which is cool.
We were just saying with the beefeater how it's crazy that whether there's a crowd of people watching or he's just there on his own, he has to do that.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't know how often, but
Well, we did hear,
on the quarter too, yeah.
so we
Every
heard a
15
bell,
minutes or
so it's kind of a chime from the clock. So maybe that's how often he does it. Maybe every, we're finding out right now. Oh, he's marching again. So I guess it's not really every time. I think he just does it as a routine. That's pretty cool.
So we're just talking to a really informative, I was going to say cast member, member of staff here, who let us know that when the Queen arrives, she would usually drive in through that area there, and then the quarters that she actually stays in are in this building here with the brown windows. So this is why this guard here, the guy said that he doesn't necessarily follow any strict schedule when he does his marches, but this particular one is probably a little bit more regimented with his routine, because of course when the Queen is here, he's going to be full on display of the Queen. So he's standing ready for anything. So this is essentially a pretty ceremonial part of Windsor Castle that's actually fully functional. It's really interesting.
So if you are the beefeater working this section, you have to be on top form because you're being watched the whole time.
Exactly.
And they swap every 2 hours? They said?
Yeah,
every 2 hours a new beefeater will swap over and
This is
take the
also
odd
where
shift.
the Queen checks out their uniforms and stuff. Like they will stand in formation and she'll check them over.
Our guide was talking about how she would check them and make sure that everyone's on form. Uniform is, you know, done, you know, properly on. Prince Philip one time dressed up as one of them and got in line. And when she was checking, he had his button off on top. And I guess, you know, instead of her about to get upset about how they're not in proper form, looked up and it was actually Prince Philip and they both had the biggest laugh, you know,
Yeah,
because
our guy told us that.
yeah, and apparently that's what they do, you know, they have a good time. They always play little jokes on each other.
Oh yeah.
And so that's one thing that's kind of cool when you talk about their relationship.
And the other thing we were told about this lawn is back when King Henry VIII was ruling the country, this lawn was used for jousting. So people were riding in their horses with their big old spears, having a joust. It doesn't get used for that anymore though. Walking away from the state apartments now, which are behind me, and we are going to head down towards St. George's Chapel, which is just down this hill on the right hand side, right? Let's go check that out.
Such a view of this place.
Yeah.
So what would you do if you had a big castle like this? So lots of parties, I think.
Unfortunately, there's no photography or video inside the chapel, but we'll take a few pictures of the outside. I'll insert them here. And then we'll go in and let you know what it's like when we come out.
Alright. So we just got out of the chapel, and this is the same chapel that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were married.
Yeah.
So if you saw the live footage of them getting married, it's what we just went through. It's really cool to see.
It's really quite surreal to see it in person.
Right?
Yeah, I didn't really think about that, but yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, so you see it on television and you just kind of not really think about where they were.
Yeah, but
Other
it's
than-
humongous. It's so big.
Yeah, other than it being known that this was the chapel in Windsor Castle. It's cool to see a lot of history inside of that church as well.
Tombs and
Tombs of like a lot of princes, princesses, or queens,
Yeah.
kings, and even, you know, duchess and dukes.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
we also got to hear the organ being tuned as well, which was really cool.
I think that was just their, was that just their playing, or they were actually tuning it?
The guy told me.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was wondering, it's like, I think they're just going through each key, going up, you know,
No, all
the
day.
organ.
They're
It was-
tuning it all day. This is the whole day doing it.
It was funny. I was like thinking to myself, like, are they just really playing each key up? Well, no, because they would play it for a good minute, and that's it, right? Well, we just left the castle. Yeah, that's cool. So that's it for our tour of
Windsor Castle.
Windsor Castle. Well, that's only one portion of our day. We are going back to our bus now to take us to Stonehenge, which is something I'm looking forward to checking out.
I will say the town of Windsor, or city of Windsor, does look beautiful. Like if you have more time, like a day trip here, it looks like there'd be plenty to do.
Oh yeah, lots of little shops and restaurants.
Yeah.
shops and restaurant. I'm gonna go maybe grab something to eat. There's a Nando's. I love this little area of just a bunch of different shops, cafes, burgers, jewelry. Like a little arcade, I guess, is what you would call this. This would be an arcade? Yeah. Arcade. I'm so hungry right now. Ooh. That one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and a few of those. Okay. I think we're looking for a Marks and Spencer's. Something that we can grab quick stuff and just head on back.
This is our coach picnic.
Coach picnic, yeah.
Just sandwiches and crisps.
Got my crisps and my sandwich and water. Well, not yet.
Well, we're at Salisbury Plain.
Salisbury Plain, is that what you said?
Yes.
Cool. What does that mean?
Big old field.
So we're about a mile away from Stonehenge that way. We're gonna go check out this visitor center area, and we're also gonna take another coach bus towards Stonehenge. I guess this is the shuttle. So what we'll do is we'll take the shuttle first, go over there, have a look around, and then on the way back check out everything else. Just yeah, just so that we can avoid having to rush if we took most of our time here. We only have about an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It should be plenty of time, right? We're not going to be there that long, I doubt. The visitor center, it's a gift shop and a cafe is what I'm thinking. Alright, let's go through here. And these are huts that they depicted as the actual huts that people used when they were building Stonehenge. That's what she was saying.
Well, they recently discovered something that makes them think they can reproduce the sort of accommodation that the people that built it would have lived in. And that's kind of a mock-up of it.
Okay.
For those of you that are interested in walking the mile to Stonehenge from the visitor centre, it's up that road there.
Yeah, so we're gonna go all the way where those trees are.
Well, you get a Stonehenge teapot.
So if you really like it that much, you can get your own teapot. So if you want to take the shuttle, where should you go?
Well, there are actually two stops.
Oh, there is.
There's one through the exhibition centre and then one directly opposite where you get dropped off if you come by coach.
Yeah. So here's the shuttle to the stones.
Alright, we made it up and we are at Stonehenge. We're just about to walk past the Hillstone, which I believe, if I remember correctly, aligns with the sunrise during summer solstice. And the name Hel comes from Helios, the sun god. This was also the original entrance to Stonehenge. So I imagine you can walk right up to it in that direction. Now our guide told us that the rocks themselves, the Saracen rocks, these big ones, can weigh up to 40 tons, which is humongous. So it's quite the feat. Oh yeah, so these two, what we're looking at right here with the two lines, this is what they call the avenue, right? So if you see an outline, this is what's called the avenue. And it runs in line with the River Avon. There you go. One of the bits that I find most interesting, and I'll point this out when we actually get close to the rocks, is that the tops are what's actually holding the Saracen stones, the big vertical stones in place, and they're actually exhibiting signs of early joinery. So this was before people even had woodwork, but they still had signs of like wood joinery and like indentations that are perfectly formed to sit the horizontal rocks on top of the vertical rocks, which is amazing. Look at all of these little sheep.
These are the ancient dogs of the Neolithic era. They've gained this thick white fur because of the wind.
Yep.
Constantly brushing over.
Survival of the fittest and all that.
They've adapted to the change, Darwinism, you know.
Yeah. So you can see this is like a main road that runs right by Stonehenge. So you can just be driving past it. That's how I've seen it in the past. I remember like being on school field trips and stuff and just driving past it. But this is all of our first time actually going right up to the rocks.
I've been very fascinated about megaliths in the last few months. I'm just trying to learn more about it, or just actually see what a lot of them are all about. In this specific case, it depicts more of a calendar. Of course, everyone has theories about everything, but it does make sense that it has something to do with certain times of the year. It's cool to be out here. Chilly though. It's chilly because it's flatland, so constant wind and nothing's keeping it from stopping the winds. So very chilly, very chilly. We were warned that it's one of the coldest areas to be, and that if we're out here, try and layer up as much as possible. So if you plan on visiting, especially in the winter time, bring extra warming clothing. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer to these guys. Look at that. It's crazy how big those giant stones are. Very huge. Look at that. Why does it look like there's something under the actual stones themselves?
Mention the joinery. You can see an example on the top of this rock. So right there, that is an example of what's holding the horizontal rocks on top of the vertical ones. And the reason that we can see it on that one is because the vertical and horizontal rocks that went with it have since fallen, and you can kind of see them in the middle there. But apparently that is perfectly fitted to the inside mold of the horizontal rock. So how they measured that, I don't know, but there's some serious mathematics involved there. So it's very impressive by my standards, don't you think? I think it's very cool to see up close and personal. What do you think?
Me too.
Glad you've seen it?
Yeah, it'd be nice to get in there, but I understand why we can't.
Yeah, I don't know if none of you guys will know, but John has quite an avid interest in ancient history and megaliths, and this is your thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but let's go check out what else they have to say about it in the
Exhibition center.
It says that we can actually see how it feels like to be right in the center of Stonehenge.
Absolutely. Let's go check it out.
So we're back. I'm gonna quick look at that hut and maybe in the exhibition a little bit. Is that an actual rock or is that a...
I have no idea.
Why would they move it there though?
No idea.
Question.
Let's go see.
So here are some of the rocks. I don't know if that's the real thing or... Huh. Looks like the real thing. Natural rocks.
Sharpen and bluestone. So
That's
must be the
bluestone,
ones.
sarsen. Oh, that's a sarsen. Oh, but this is fake. It's a reproduction of an actual one.
You wanna see if you can move it?
Oh yeah.
Over here?
Fake. So that's not the real thing. The real one's over there. At least that's what we think they are.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to touch it, so it could be fake too.
Yeah.
You know?
Let's go check out these little huts. Oh wow. A little. Here we go inside. There's a little fire pit. And maybe a bed. And another bed. Yeah. So it's just mud and a thatched straw roof. And a little door made of twigs.
They put it together. Maybe this is something that they did, maybe not.
Yeah. But like I said earlier, this is based on some things that they found around this site recently, what they think the accommodations would have been like. So there's one more thing for us to check out before we head on back to the coach, which is within the exhibition centre. They've recreated Stonehenge in artificial form to give you an idea of what it would be like to stand in the middle of it, because of course you can't do that anymore with the real stones because of the wear and tear of the grass and everything.
Oh, okay, so we're technically in the middle right now. Oh, there's snow in there as well. Oh, there. There's the light. Alright, that was it for our second stop.
Yeah, that was Stonehenge.
How is it going so far? What do you-
It's good, yeah. I was just saying to Mum how this trip is making me want to see more places in the UK and see what it has to offer.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Well, the UK has this big history, and little taste of it makes you want to go explore some more, right?
Yeah.
Love to do that, but we do have one more stop, and that is gonna be the little town of Bath, or Bath. Bath. Named after what?
The Roman baths.
The Roman Baths. Alright. City or town? One or the other.
You know the
I don't know what-
determining factor? The town or city? Yeah.
A cathedral.
Exactly.
Does it have a cathedral? We don't know.
No, we don't know.
Okay.
We'll find out when we get there.
We'll find out.
We're going to be stopping just in front here. So this is Frog Island. We'll just need to turn into it.
Wow. Bath Abbey. So we're here at Bath, the Abbey right behind us. We opted out for the Roman Bath tour, so we're just gonna go look around the city.
Yeah, we want to explore a little bit. We found out this is one of only 3 World Heritage cities in the world. And the reason that this makes the cut is because the whole city is designed by only 2 architects. So there's a certain level of cohesiveness that we're looking out for as we roam around, which will be cool to see.
That's very cool. Imagine that, 2 architects. Like you said, it's like a Georgian city.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
It's so beautiful. Wow, look at that. So beautiful.
Having not been through. No, that's exactly it. You find things on the
Finding a random, tiny street little road.
Yeah.
Street road.
I just saw it and I was like, this is better than going down a main road.
Yeah, look at that. It's like a little nice coffee shop in to the right. Wow. Art gallery. I found a pub. Huh, you want to go to the smallest pub? Look how tiny this thing is. Really?
Smallest pub. This is what we're drinking. Bath Bell Ringer.
How is it?
It's good.
Yeah?
It's like an amaranth.
It's a puppy shop.
Puck and Puffin. That's adorable.
Pug and Puffin. Alright, that was a little stop at the smallest pub here in Bath. Now we're just gonna have a little walk around, check out the tiny shops and tiny little roads around the city. Maybe catch some more nice sculptures and whatever else we can see or find.
Oh, there's another. Should we go down this one?
Yeah,
Or
it's gonna be like,
one?
oh, let's go here or there.
Pasty shops, John.
Oh yeah.
Pasty
I'm gonna grab a few to take to go.
This is John's giant Cornish pasty that he just ordered. For reference, here's my hand. No shame in Bath. So that giant Cornish pasty is the best Cornish pasty in the world. The official winners of the 2017 World Pasty Championships in the Cornish Bakehouse. The best Cornish pasty in the world. Wow. Oh, so this is a giant one again. You got, what did you get?
I got a giant
Cornish
pasty. Cornish pasty. That one right there.
Are you excited?
Oh, very excited. I'll enjoy that later.
So we're just walking up a little side street off of the main high street right now. We're just admiring the like honey-coloured stone and the architecture. It really is lovely. Isn't it beautiful?
That's beautiful.
And this is kind of where we came from. It's gorgeous. Look at this little pastry shop. Wow. I was just seeing that. Telephone box.
Queen.
Oh wow! That's something you don't see all the time.
It's a cash machine.
It's a phone box, come ATM machine.
Yeah. Hello. Get my money.
Hello, Mum. London. Hi, Mum.
Hi, Mom. So we're pretty much just walking around, enjoying ourselves. We don't have much time. We had about an hour to see what we can. Stop by different shops.
Oh look, this is the Jane Austen Centre.
Oh, what is the Jane Austen Centre?
This is the Jane Austen Museum.
And what is
So
it?
2 of Jane Austen's novels are set in Bath. As much as she hated it as a city. That's cool to see.
Very
Jane
cool.
Austen Centre, Regency Tea Room. Hi.
A guy dressed pretty
This is
fancily.
Jane herself.
This is Jane herself. Hello, Jane. Jane Austen. I love the layout of this place.
Yeah.
It's just, alright, well, let's cut off the road here
Yeah.
and make a little area for
Side street.
people to just hang out in.
That's the giggling squid.
The giggling squid?
Uh-huh.
Ah, loving this little roads. Rowan Bot's kitchen. Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah. So sometimes when you're vlogging, you wanna look down every once in a while. I just fell on my bum. I'm okay though. Okay. Found the cathedral. Look at this chairs. Clock is ticking. It's a white rabbit. Oh, there he is. The Mad Hatter himself. A Mad Hatter's teapotty. Now £3 for a scarf. Quick stop in another little pub.
The ale house.
Very nice.
Our bus is right outside.
Yeah, there it is. Alright, well, it's a short little look around the city. I think we'll come back to see more.
How was Bath?
It was good.
It's good.
How was this whole day?
It was awesome. I really loved our time in Bath.
Yeah.
That was my highlight, I think.
Good. Love it. How about you, Mommy Stan?
How was your day? I loved it. You loved it? What was your highlight?
So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to head back to Victoria and say we're going to finish up by train station. Easier for you to get to stop beside Earl's Court Tube Station. So for those of you saying by Earl's Court Tube Station, so much more of London's personality.
So beautiful. We're coming back to
walk
Bath.
from a train
Are we?
I love it. I know
Alright,
everything.
come back. Definitely.
Bath is absolutely beautiful, and what we said earlier about looking out for like the cohesive architecture, definitely saw that. So I can kind of see why it made the what is it, the World Heritage list of cities. So there's only 3. It's Bath, it's Venice, and it's the Vatican City. So that was really cool to see. I liked it a lot. Here comes the giant one. Oh my god. Oh my goodness, hold that apple at your head. So, how is it? It's an award-winning pasty. Does it taste it? That's a happy face.
Alright, what street are we in now?
Oh, Earl's Court Road.
Earl's Court Road.
Yeah.
And we are heading towards the tube station.
Yeah, it's just up ahead. What do you see?
We see something that she pointed out. It's a Jollibee. And Jollibees are Filipino fast food, hamburger, and fried chicken shop. Look at that. So there it is. The underground. We'll be seeing that a lot the next few days, yeah?
Yes, lots of tubes and lots of London.
Alright, tube time.
This is Earl's Court. The next station is Gloucester Road. This is the District Line
Sat down for
to Tower Hill.
Look at that. There's no carriages that are separated.
Not on this
It's
line.
one whole train.
Yeah.
One whole train. It's got off the Tower of London. Look at that.
And the shot.
The Shard. And a building. Random one. Here we go. Second leg of the... Yeah.
Hello.
Is that your sister? Oh no. I'll meet you there. Grabbing a taxi.
Pajamas on.
Just kidding. We are back home.
Oh, we're back at my mom's place now after a super long journey.
Yeah, today was a very long day.
It was a long day. We fit so much in today.
We did. We did. So usually people wouldn't do this in one day.
It's ambitious.
Yeah, it's probably like a 2 to 3 day trip max.
Yeah, I could do a couple days in Bath, easy.
Yeah,
There's a lot
to be
to see
honest,
there.
yeah. That's one of those ones where I wish we had more time.
Yeah.
So.
But you know what? For a highlight tour, as in you go on this trip and get to see the best of what a place has to offer, this trip was awesome.
Yeah. So what we're talking about is like what's good about these little tours is that it's like a little taste of something, so that if you really wanted to do more, you already have an idea on what to do.
You've seen a glimpse.
Yeah, exactly. So like Stonehenge, we didn't really need all that time or more time. It was perfect the way it was.
Yes.
And we're probably, that's it. At least for now. Maybe check it out in a few more years down the line.
Yeah. No, I feel like I've kind of ticked that off.
Yeah, tick that off.
And Windsor Castle, same thing. I ticked that off, and we had a great amount of time. I would like to see more of Windsor though, as a city. Looks beautiful.
Windsor as a city, outside of Windsor Castle.
Yeah.
We definitely would like to look at more.
Yeah.
As well as Bath.
Yeah. But if we didn't mention already, the company that we went with for this trip was Evan Evans Tours. So if you're looking into something, I know they do a whole range of different tours for like half-day trips, full-day trips, all around the country. I think it's specific to the UK. So consider checking that out. Our guide, her name was Rowan, was absolutely fantastic. She made the day for us.
Yeah.
And let us know in the comments if you have any questions about this trip or anything we did today, because it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. We had a great time, and it wasn't too expensive. Like for most trips,
for everything we did,
for what we got to do going into, you know, the castle, and it was included. We opted out for the Bath tickets, but that was the only thing that we didn't do. Yeah. But we got to, you know, hang out in the city for a little bit.
And explore, So next week we will be back with our adventures for tomorrow. We are headed into London tomorrow to do some city exploring, sightseeing, spend a little bit more time in the city. So we'll keep you up to date with what we're doing then. And just keep an eye out for our future videos. I hope you've been enjoying this little series on this like UK, Paris adventure trip.
And tomorrow we're gonna look at a few, or at least one place that we know of that has a lot of Disney stuff for good deal. We're gonna check that out. I can't wait for it. It's another Disney thing that we're gonna add to this little trip of ours that's not related to Paris.
So do subscribe if you haven't already. Watch out for our future videos. If you enjoyed this little look into our day-to-day adventuring around the UK, then please do give this video a thumbs up, and we will see you again next week.
Definitely. Until then.
Bye for now.
Bye.